Welcome to a new episode of
Business and Booze.
Business and Booze.
Babe.
Yeah, babe, what's up?
What are you drinking today?
Today we have in our barrel a big bottle of Theraflu.
Theraflu coming at you live. Not sponsored.
Boy.
But Theraflu.
Guys, let me tell you guys this. I got sick. I lost my grandparent recently. My grandma passed. And the burial was actually this weekend. Last weekend. And I decided to take the bereavement the following days after that. So 5 days. On Tuesday, I got very sick. I had so many plans that I wanted to do. And on Tuesday, I'm in the house and I'm like, it is so cold. My wife is like, it's not cold.
No.
Everybody's cool. I'm the only one shivering. I'm like, what is going on? Guess what? Got COVID. COVID-19 is a joke, guys. Take care of yourself. Wear a mask in a city where you have a lot of people sick. Oh my gosh, I have never been sick and cold. Hot and cold at the same time. You're so cold and then you become hot.
Yep.
It is, oh my goodness. Oh man. Thank God for whoever came up with the Theraflu. Theraflu is helping.
Babe.
What about
Did you give me a gift last week?
What was the gift?
The best gift.
Well, sharing is caring.
The gift of a virus.
Sharing is caring.
He gave me COVID-19.
I think you had it.
No, because you got sick before me. It's physically impossible for me to have given it to you.
Because you guys were sick. And
with
I wasn't
RSV.
sick. All of you guys were sick.
I wasn't.
Did you guys take a test for?
Yes, we went to urgent care. They gave us a test for the flu, COVID, and RSV. They came back negative for COVID, the flu, and just RSV.
Anyhow, it is what it is.
Anyway, he infected me.
What are we talking about this week, though? What we are drinking today on this episode, because as an entrepreneur, you cannot stop. Okay, you gotta listen to your body now. You have to listen to your body, because if your body is saying that you cannot listen to your body, otherwise that will take you unexpectedly, and you'll be struggling more.
Okay, to be fair. We did stop. I did contact all of my orders and said, hey, I won't be sending you COVID packages. So I'm not going to be going into my office until after I am cleared of COVID, because I don't want to send like a Spanish flu through the mail. So you can stop those things. And we also stopped moving our inventory and setting up office downstairs again, because if you're new here, hi, we're a couple and we own oh my gosh, I don't think we've announced yet on the pod. That was like the oldest way of speaking. On the pod, we have relaunched Brie Maquillage online exclusively. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, we've stopped moving the office from all the way upstairs to the basement where our nanny used to stay, because there is no longer an inhabitant of that room, and we can have a guest room again. Or two girls can have their own room, but they like to stay in the same room because they're scared of the dark.
True.
Anyway, we stopped all that moving because our bodies could not handle it. We moved the treadmill out of the office downstairs, and both of us got it halfway across the room, and we were like, maybe this is good enough for this week. we can restart that another time.
I never felt that that much weight, man. I was
It
weak.
was
I'm still
weak.
like I don't get it. This thing isn't a joke. I'm telling you,
Mm-mm.
don't. If you think that COVID-19 is a joke, doesn't exist, is a conspiracy, I'm telling you to revisit yourself because this is not a joke. This is not a joke. With that being said, as an entrepreneur, you have to stay true to your mission, no matter what it is. You have to show up.
Yeah,
Okay.
we could be sick and come shoot some shit
The,
together.
the beautiful part of this business is that we don't have to interact with anybody but ourselves for now, right? We don't have a guest.
And
who-
our studio isn't built. We are building a video studio in the basement, but it's not gonna be like a huge like 1 day event. It's gonna be a slow process for us. So now we're just sitting on the couch in our jammies.
I'm drinking Terflu
Sipping Theraflu.
while talking about business and booze.
Business and booze. Anyway.
So babe, let's talk a little bit about our debut, man. About our beginning.
Our debut.
About our beginning. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you came up to me and you wrote that brie maquillage on our living room. You know, everybody was like, "What is that?" And she was like, "Writing on the wall." But anyhow, your vision, right? Brie maquillage, and I was like, "What is this story gonna look like?"
I explained it so many times.
Like I had no clue on what it's gonna look like.
I even drew it.
You know, you didn't draw. You didn't draw it at first. You were just explaining to me what's happening.
I guess.
You know, and then you were like, "Oh, this is what we're gonna have. This is what I think we should do." Da, 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 da. I'm like, "Okay, that's beautiful, but how are you gonna build this?" You know, guys, we built our first store ourselves. I wish we can have a clip, a little bit of this. As a matter of fact, we have a video.
It's on YouTube.
We have a video of that on YouTube. How we build this store from the scratch.
Yep.
Babe. I'm sitting there, I'm like, wow. Every single thing that we have done, we had to build from the scratch.
Yeah. Built it from the ground up.
From the ground up. You know? There's a small man says once that you have to finish building before you start. You know, and that's how every business starts.
Mm-hmm.
So the question I have for you guys who are listening to us today, what is your why? What is it that is making you get up of your bed every day? And do you have a plan to go about it?
Julian.
Because honestly, did we have a plan?
Listen.
Did we?
No.
Like we just jumped into this thing. Like we
had the idea of a plan. We didn't have a plan. Julian, on that note, what is your why? Why do you get up at 6 a.m. and go to work every day?
For my family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a question that I even ask my people most of the time because, you know, sometimes as an entrepreneur or as a leader, you need to be able to unleash people's inner capability and let them to move from where they were to where they want to go to where they've never been. And in order to do that, you need to find out what is it that's moving people? What is the motive? What motivates them, right?
Yeah.
And me personally coming from a big family. I'm a head of a huge family. My dad was a breadwinner for my family. He was the one providing for everybody. I'm the firstborn of the family of 5. My mom is the only child. Well, she's not the only child, but her sister is invalid. Like we said, she's
invalid.
Invalid. Sorry about my accent, guys. She's mentally ill, and we take off her kid as well. So I'm a head of a huge family of 8, and my dad, who was taking care of his whole family, now count on me now. And I also have my own immediate family, who are my wife and my wonderful kid. So failure, it is not an option.
But what does that That's so broad, and I
It's
feel
not
like
my
that's a
family. It's my
cop-out.
why. It's
But,
not
like,
a cop out. It's my family is my.
What
If
about your family?
If I had no family today, there's certain thing I wouldn't burst to do.
But like, what are you doing for your family, or like, what is the
Providing
mission?
for them.
Okay.
There's people. I'm people who rely on me. There's people who count on me to eat. My kid count on me to eat.
I don't feel like that's your real why.
What do you think is my why?
I feel like that's a good cover story.
But what do you think my why is then? I'm telling you what my why is, and you're fighting me on it. Can you imagine? Did you see how American women are?
I want to punch you in the face.
I'm telling you what my
American
why
women.
is. And she's like, no, that's not your why.
I don't think that's your why.
What do you my wife? You've been together, we're going almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
What do you think is my why?
I don't know, because you never answer.
I'm telling you now, my wife is that. My wife is my family. Not only my immediate family, that's you and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's also my extended family, who are my whole family back home. Because a lot of people are counting on me.
Okay, well, you brought up,
You know? What about
if you
you?
didn't have the family,
Yeah.
there were certain things you wouldn't do. So if you didn't have family, why would you get up in the morning?
For money.
That's right.
But money is...
What do you want?
Money.
What do you want to buy with the money?
The thing that I need. The thing that I want. I love expensive stuff. I love to do nice things. So in order to do that, you need to have money.
Okay. That's your why.
My why is not money.
You lit up when you said that. And you didn't light up when you said family. You said that out of obligation. It's Stockholm Syndrome.
Baby, what's your why?
My why? I want to get to a status. For me, like, I really want to get, like, my goal is to just get to a status.
What status are we referring to here?
I want to have notoriety. I want to help people change it. Like, I don't want to leave this planet not impacting hundreds, millions of people.
So how do you want to be remembered?
That bad bitch.
How do you want to be remembered? Like, you died today, what do you want to say about
If
you?
I died today, I didn't achieve my why.
If you died today,
I didn't achieve shit if I died today. That's not an option.
What do you want people to say about you when you're no longer?
I don't want to be no longer.
You will be.
I want to live on forever.
You will not. You will die.
Guess who lives on forever?
Whom?
Gandhi, bitch.
You. Sweetheart.
Yeah.
This is a circle of life.
Marilyn Monroe.
This is a circle of life. You see, Marilyn Monroe, what are we talking about? When we talk about Marilyn Monroe, what are we talking about?
So much.
Like what?
She just came in. She swept the thing. She was so smart. But you dumb boys just thought she was hot.
She was a businesswoman.
Very smart. Very strategic. She knew her goal was to be in Hollywood. And she went there.
So what are we remembering Marilyn Monroe of? By her movies?
Yeah.
Or by her stand? Right?
By her stand. She is like an icon. She is a fashion icon.
Okay, so how do you want to be remembered then?
I don't know yet. Iconic.
Okay.
It's hard to do with like 5 followers though.
You're funny.
What? Why are you? What?
That's okay. I mean, I think you need to continue to dive deeper into what is as your why. Mm-hmm. I don't think your why is to get into.
You're my husband. To have You've been married to me for 10 years. What's my why?
I don't know what your why is. Do you have? I don't even know your drive.
Wow. My drive is those damn kids, bro.
So it's still your family. So why are you fighting it?
Why are you putting your hands up?
Hmm?
Like you're giving up.
This episode is a funny one because we were very sick.
We're so sick.
But we said we won't give up. We have to show up.
I said that actually.
We had to show up. I was trying to
Julian was like,
today.
We should
like,
postpone. And
talk about system all the time.
And I said, no, I'll show up alone. So in building a business, as we've alluded to, when we started our first business, we were kind of diving in the deep end with no swimming lessons, no floaties, no backup, nothing. So we had to learn how to tread water to put our tiny little mouth outside of the water, or we were going to die. And I want to know, in business, in opening your own business, what are some things that you wish you knew before you started?
That is a very loaded question.
Because I have a lot.
That is a very, very loaded question.
The first thing and the most important thing in the entire world, and I'll say this till the day I die, if you build it, they will not come. Honey, they don't know it exists. I'm so sorry. I know it means the world to you. No one cares.
What are you talking about?
If you build something magical, immaculate, the best thing you've ever seen in your life. If you built that, but you haven't told anyone you built it, no one's gonna know about it.
That's true.
So marketing is everything.
So do you feel like you had to you didn't know that you had to do marketing when you start your business? Honestly,
essentially, yeah. And you act like that's so funny. In hindsight.
No, baby, no.
I
disagree with you on that, though.
Where was our marketing?
We talked about marketing. Matter of fact, what did I tell you? I was like, hey, babe, let's start growing our Instagram page and Facebook page to at least 2,500 before we launched, because that was in 2018. Right? I said before we even launched the business, because we knew we need to have people to talk to them about what we have going on.
Yeah.
And you have been on the platform yourself since 2014, doing makeups and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And working towards
I wouldn't call that marketing.
It wasn't marketing, but it was a brand. It was working towards letting people know the thing that you like.
I feel like marketing needs a clear strategy.
Well, okay. We didn't have,
and we had none of that.
We didn't have a clear strategy, but we knew.
I knew I had to post things that were about or talked about or had mention of my business. But I also felt like I didn't want to bug people, and I didn't want people to unfollow me because I was being annoying, and I didn't want people to hate me, so I didn't talk about it.
You know, if you start a business and you convert your page, your personal page per se, where you have all your friends and anybody, you just share on your personal page the things that you are doing for yourself, and your friend is annoyed about it, then that person's not your friend.
They're your friend. They're just not your customer.
A friend wouldn't be annoyed about it, though.
A friend could be annoyed by it. They're just not your customer.
I mean, you know what?
And that's the second thing that everyone should know right now. Your friends and your family are going to be the biggest disappointments of your damn life.
Oh, man.
Nobody is going to care. No one cares. No one's going to buy. No one's going to support you. No one's going to like your posts. No one's going to share your stat. No one cares.
But that's the sad thing, though. Your friends should be able, your friends should be your number one fan. Even if they're not buying.
Don't say that to people, because people
I say
should not have that expectation.
I said should, though. I didn't say it's the must. Should. Me personally, if you have a friend that's doing anything that they like in love, You should support them your way.
I agree.
A like, a follow, a share, or a purchase.
I agree. And this is not to say that none of my friends have been supportive, but you and family, none of my friends, and I'm not saying none of my friends and family have supported my business, because they have a lot, like super have. I am just saying your friends and family are not your clientele. They're your friends and family. And you need to keep them your friends and family. And you need to earn clientele and distinguish between the two, because they are not the same. And you can't rely on your friends and family to be your only source of income, because you'll crash.
That's true. And just to thinking back again on marketing is the number one thing, like you were saying. You got to invest money. Guys, I'll tell you a story. So we were in the store. I remember my wife and I, well, she was alone, and she texted me. She said, "Man, we had to come up to the store. Our rent was like $2,700.
Yeah.
27.25, and we're sitting in the store. Nobody walking.
Nope.
We had a big opening. A lot of people,
Our friends and family showed up.
And
they killed it.
And they killed it. We had a good first month, right? Second month.
First day.
First month, because of that grand opening, we got a good first month, and we were great. We were able to pay our rent. Next month, that's us starting. My wife stayed in the store for the entire week. Yeah, like 2 or 3 people walking to the store. Crickets. Mind you, we were in the freaking. She was online. My wife is a TikToker. She was on Facebook. Yet. However,
when we opened, TikTok was still called Musical.ly.
Oh yeah.
Just so you know. Yeah.
So, but you were on the platform already, right?
Not Musical.ly. I started TikTok in 2019.
Anyhow, so she called me. She's like, "Man, we need to do something. We need to do marketing." We got approached by Wish Store. They wanted to do some stuff with them, but we're like, "Shoot, we need to learn how to do this marketing thing to push people to come to the store." I was reaching out to some people, asked them about, what should we do to attract people to the store. I got a mascot, uniform Eunice. Called Eunice. That I was coming from work. I would be over there, go on the main road, give the sign to people to come through. Nada. We had $600 in the bank account.
Ow!
$600 in the bank account. My wife fall into this program of this guy that until today, may he rest in peace, Chris. We spent $597 on his course.
Christopher.
Like, it was the last. We got $600 in the bank account. My wife is like, "Babe, we need to learn this thing."
Shook me. He passed away. And I've had so many people pass away in my life. I was like crying.
No, because he
it was out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. The guy was like, he was coming back from the bar, something like that.
No,
I think. Well, we're not gonna talk about it. However,
his story.
That's his story. But we had only $600 in the bank account,
and we spent.
This is all we own. Mind you, guys. 2 months prior to that, we had over $100,000 in the bank account.
Wiped out.
We put everything in the business. Everything was gone to the point where we didn't even have 6 months. And this is gonna be my second point. If I knew that I'm gonna have such a slow start, I would have had at least 1 year of operating expenses saved. Like 1 year of it. If you go into retail, you have a brick and mortar, you have rent, you have utility stuff. You got to prepare yourself for that, because OMG, we were struggling month to month. I had to, go on my paycheck to support the business.
Everything. It was hard.
But those $600
overhead, let me tell you,
those $600 have allowed us to learn how to run ads.
That was the best money I've ever
That
spent
was
in my
the
life.
best investment. A product that would pay $6,000 to a woman to teach $9,000 to a woman.
$9,700
to a lady.
for her to tell me to rip off policies from other women and join an MLM. $9,700.
$9,700. We didn't learn none of that. What's the investment? Then we put $1,200 into another course with a guy called Kevin.
Oh, Kevin. He got sued. Did you know that?
I know.
He got big sued.
Kevin, for those on this field
Scam
with
artist.
us, we understand this market. We will know who Kevin is. We're not gonna dive into it, but Kevin took out $1,200, and what he would learn from us was baloney.
Baloney garbage scam artist.
Baloney.
Baloney
oh
scam, scam.
How are we gonna do this? Are we gonna pay more people to do this? Because we needed traction, we needed traffic, we needed people to come to the store, and we had our last $600 in the bank account, and Chris had a course for $597, I believe. Yeah. My wife and I would look at each other, we were like, Let's do it.
I don't regret it.
I never regret it.
I don't regret it.
But this is the type of sacrifice you do as a business owner, man, to get your business going.
We did so many good things and we did so many bad things, and all of them led to learning.
Oh boy.
Learning.
Oh man, I was like, if we don't learn anything with this owner, but this was a good $597 that we put into learning how to run ads.
Good.
And because
that wasn't the first month in, by the way.
Huh?
That was not the first month in. We were like 5 or 6 months in.
Yeah, it was second, third month. Yeah.
Because, and I know this because COVID-19 happened.
We were not talking about COVID-19 on that moment with that.
We were not, but we started. So we started what is called drop shipping, and we'll talk about that later. We started drop shipping, and we had to stop. We literally had to stop before Chinese New Year, which is in February. We had to stop in like November.
Because the product was taking forever.
No. Because everyone was getting shut down.
Yeah.
So that's how we knew something bad was happening. Like pretty far before a lot of
it was about
before it was even
September.
In the news. It was It was October, November.
Yeah, September because this is where September.
Where we were like, ooh, I don't know if we should depend on this too much.
Yeah.
Or we should try to find manufacturers in the US. Ooh, we need to like look into this. So then, oh my gosh, yeah. So we literally had to stop drop shipping in, I think, January. November?
It was November, yep.
Yeah, November. Because COVID destroyed it.
And then to survive, we had Wish store. I don't know if you guys know what Wish is.
Yeah, Wish. And then services.
They reached out to us. They were like, hey, can we have our product? People just gonna come and pick up stuff at your store. And we're like,
which Wish has dropped off too. Have you noticed?
I don't know what happened.
I haven't seen Wish in a long time.
Anyhow, but it was good because at least
it was good.
They were coming to the store to pick up their product. When they come to pick up their product, like, oh, this is a nice store, and they purchase in the store.
And we did get like a tiny bit of money from Wish.
From Wish too.
Yeah.
But man, that was survival mode,
Oh, we were in survival mode.
So honestly,
here's the. Do you have another point? Because I have another point.
Go ahead.
My third point is, if you don't have a clientele, if you don't have an audience, you don't need a brick and mortar.
That's true. And honestly,
you need to develop your clientele. You need to nurture the heck out of those people, and you need to be getting consistent orders and a demand for your product or service before you go out and venture on your own. These are things that, I don't know, a $10,000 coach could have told me.
I mean, we
You know.
we did the right investment. We wanted to make sure that we understand the retail sphere because again, wifey, very smart what you do.
I
You
was not smart.
understand. No, you knew your makeup. You understand your
Yeah.
makeup. You knew
Yeah.
what a good makeup is, and you know how to talk about it and sell it.
Yeah.
However, you don't know how to run a business, and that's the reason why we invest money in a coach who did not teach you much. You know, and me personally, I'm just a finance guy, and when I see money, I'm like, you spend $2 to make $6. I'm into it. This is an investment I want to be in. Guys, I cash out my 401k year 2 in the business. That's the story for another day. But honestly, you have to have another that she's mentioning. Walking to an audience. You don't have, and we fought this so hard because we were going to California when things start going down in China. We decided to go to California in a place called
Santee Alley. No, it's the fashion district.
The fashion district.
We didn't get Santee Alley stuff.
We went to the fashion district in California because China was not providing things to us.
Yeah, we needed faster products, so we had to actually drive to California to get the products. But then we made connections with a couple of the suppliers over there, and they started shipping to us.
Mm-hmm. But at first we had
to go make those connections, and there's no one in freaking Utah that's gonna be a supplier.
So I remember talking to the business with my friend. My friend is a logistic analyst. He was working at the time for
don't say the name.
For a company, and now for a furniture company. That's nice even down. Anyhow, so he we're talking to him about what was happening, about what is actually killing us, because we're making some sales.
Yeah.
But because we have to pay rent, we have to pay utility, we have to pay this, all of our overhead was being, we were finding ourselves negative every month.
Crushed by the overhead.
So he literally taught us in 2019.
He was like, bro, go online.
He said, bro, go online.
Yeah. So that's so funny because that happened 4 times. And at the 4th one was Morgan, who you guys should all go follow. He was like, can you not have all that overhead? And I was like, yeah, I guess we can. Like, we should. But then we moved to the mall. So, oops. Oopsie doopsie. I did a 1-to-1 with Morgan. Nobody, he was like, don't do that.
Nobody that we heard from people, hey, I was in a fraternity, a group of people, business owner, like-minded business owner. I was in a group of business.
Shout it out.
I was in a group, BNI, it was Business Network Interaction. Utah was the president of the group. I had another group of a mastermind group, Trustegrity, where we have people who have been in business for 30 years plus. And we're talking about asking advice to those guys and say, hey,
this was when we were deep fighting.
Oh, we were.
I was pissed off because I was like, we need to close the store and move online. Mm-hmm. And Julia was like, no.
Because
and then tell them what happened at Trustegrity.
So anyhow, I was talking to the guy and everybody was like, man, the mall are dying anyhow right now. The statistics is showing that you need to move away. Even in Utah, the state where we're in at the time, strip mall was getting to be popular versus the mall that are like nobody goes into the mall.
Yeah.
Right? It was like you just go online for now. Just shut the front store and go online. The mall are dying. I started in that meeting. I was like, in my head, I was all like frustrated that we had to push so much money into the store. Guys, we put $100K to build this store.
But we didn't build the store. We built a business.
A brand. We built a business. We built a brand. We built
us.
In my head.
Not us. We built Brie Maquillage.
Yes, but in my head, to be fair and frank, I feel like a failure. Guys, I'm a winner. I win on everything that I do. Like at work, I work for a bank, guys, and I'm a top performer all the time. Sorry. So and for me, it was a fail that I refused to take. Sorry, guys. COVID.
So
No,
when
you just
you
told me.
refuse to take your fails, which is the acronym, first attempt in learning.
It was the first thing that
A failure is a first attempt in learning. When you refuse to take that when you refuse to take that L, you dig your hole deeper.
Oh yeah.
And we
Oh,
kept digging and digging and digging and digging and digging.
It was painful.
And like we were fighting amongst ourselves. We were fighting with our family. We were fighting with the mall. We were fighting with everything.
Everything was going downhill.
And like, I knew the solution was let's pivot. Because I don't feel like any change in a business structure is a failure. I didn't want to close Brie Maquillage. I wanted to pivot. This week's episode is brought to you by Brie Maquillage. And girl, let me tell you, I could not be happier to say those words. I am so happy that we are back. There's so much going on. We are back to our roots. Glitter, lashes, accessories, all the makeup that you could need. We have so much planned for you guys. But right now we have a special going on. It's a welcome back box, 5 full-size products for you to enjoy. Perfect gift for the holidays. Get it while it's open. It's going to be open for a couple more days after this podcast post, and then it's gone forever. So jump on it while you can. I cannot even explain how excited I am that Brie Maquillage is back, and she's better than ever. Let me tell you what. Go to Brie Maquillage online. Link is in the bio, but it's BREEMAQUILLAGEE.com. BrieMaquillage.com. COVID coughs are like an intense pain right in the middle of your throat. It's like, why are you stabbing me? I'm just trying to live my life, bro. It's like, give me a cough drop right now or I'm going to continue to kill you. Are you okay?
Oh boy.
You need Vasa?
No. I'm good. I'm good.
But, okay, welcome back. Julian's no longer dying.
COVID ain't no joke, guys.
COVID's killing us. This has to be a short episode. Oh, it's already 40 minutes.
So,
anyway.
I don't think when you were thinking about pivoting, it wasn't pivoting and closing the storefront. You have never wanted to close the storefront. We're on the same page as far as keeping the store running. However, the pivoting part that you were thinking about was more adding some other stuff in the store.
No, I was trying to pivot to online only.
But you never brought that to
I pitched it to you 150,000 times. But then when you refused, I was like, okay, well, this isn't working, so let's just move somewhere else.
I see what you're saying. I was
floundering. I was trying to get you to agree to anything.
Because
we needed to freaking move.
And when we had the reach from the mall, guys, we were in a contract with the different stores. That first store, we have a lease signed for 4 years.
Yeah,
guys, never.
No, on your first, you sign a 1-year term, bitch.
Do not sign a year that's more than 2 years.
Term.
Like, don't. It doesn't matter how good you think your business is going to be. Do not.
We talked to our landlord though, who was trying to sell. So we worked things out.
We were just lucky. We were lucky because
we would have been on the hook for 4 years.
4 years. So when we had an opportunity to the mall to get to the mall reached out to us and said, hey, your store is pretty. We heard about you. We want you to be in the mall. We were like, oh my gosh, this is like life saving.
And it was half the amount.
It was not only that, we need to move to the mall. The rent was divided by 2.
It was
half
rent.
of what we're paying
In a mall.
In the mall. We were like,
duh.
My wife called me. I remember I was at work that day with the client. She called me. She's like,
we're closing the store.
Hey, we're closing the store. I said, wait, what? She said, come to the store. I will explain.
I said, we're closing the store.
So I just showed up the store and she explained to me. I was like, we got to. We just have to. It is what it is.
We're doing it.
But the landlord was very understanding. He got us to move with no problem.
There was problem, but it was worked out.
Yeah, it was worked out. We didn't have any issue. Since you understood, the assignment. But anyhow, do not sign a lease that's more than 2 years on your first term in business.
Sign a 1 year. Sign a 6-month lease, baby girl.
1 year is good, but like anything beyond 2 years is not good.
For your very first location.
For your first business, I don't think it's the best.
Honey, don't do it. The best thing about that, unless you have a dedicated, already built van.
Yeah. I mean, if you know a small business, you're a very established business. You've been business for over 5 years already.
Yeah, you're fine.
You want to go
because
go
then you want to lock in that rate for 5 years.
Yeah, that's
because it will go up.
Correct. That's true. So
and that's the thing. Business is all like so personal and so different. Every scenario is different. And all you need to know is get insurance. It doesn't cost that much. Do it. Do it.
Another thing that I would have learned as a new owner is basic accounting 101. Like the basic. I was lucky. I was in a group, right, where I have everything that I need. On my network or my synergy in Utah, pretty strong. There's not one thing you need in Utah, even right now, that I cannot get to you. There's not one thing in Utah right now because I have a strong network there. Yeah. So I had access to to everything. But as a small business owner, you look now at the price that you're paying for things that you're giving to people. You're like, what the heck is this? For the simple sales tax that you have to file every quarter. Guys, if you're a business that you sell product, you have to pay sales tax. That is the simplest thing you can do yourself. You don't have to pay someone for it.
Yep.
Like, before I know, I was paying $232 a quarter just for filing nonsense.
Guys, it's literally taking one number to minusing one number and then putting it in a computer.
You don't even have to do the minus anymore because Shopify does it for you.
That's true.
If you are using Shopify platform,
or your payment processor probably does
payment processor, they will tell you how much you collect on there's a tab. It said total gross. And here it said taxes. Here it says, so all you have to do is take that number of taxes, go put over there, and then you give it the bottom that you have to pay. You just
and then you just pull it from your bank account that you've set up for all your taxes to go to. Because you've done that, right?
Oh my goodness.
Profit first, right?
Yep. So basic accounting 101, knowing how to do your ledger. There's template online. If you don't want a quick template, go and get a QuickBook. QuickBook is $30 a month for the basic package. And they have, it's $30 a month for a basic package.
But I think you have to go through an accountant for that price.
No, it's $30 a month with basic package. With an accountant, like $15. That's what we're having with freaking
Okay.
So get your QuickBook. They have the ledger, they have the profit and loss, they have everything for you. Set those templates.
Get Google Sheets.
Get the Google Sheet that we built.
Get a Google Sheets.
My Google Sheet that I built it off a freaking template online.
No, you just talk to your accountant because you need an accountant. Oh
Oh,
my God,
no,
you need
definitely.
an accountant.
That's why I said
Talk
basic.
to your accountant and say, hey, at the end of the year, what are your categories?
What do you need?
And then they'll tell you, and you can build a darn ledger.
That's it. That's it.
Ta-da!
That's what I said.
And if you can't, baby girl, do you really need to be running a business?
I mean, if you cannot do basic accounting 101,
If you can't do basic
then I don't know.
spreadsheets, baby girl, do you really need to be running a business?
Because when you go on Shark Tank and you want to talk about your business, the only one they ask you is that, okay, all right, that's pretty. Tell me about your numbers. How
Yeah.
you're like, last year you got to know.
But the thing is, the shocking thing is that people don't know.
What there's some people who get complacent when you make money and you don't have any struggle. There's certain detail they don't look at.
Yuck! I want to know where every darn penny
Some people don't.
I have is.
Even those big guys out there
Because
who are making.
Netflix be going up every month, so like I need to know how to pay for Netflix.
I remember the first time that I did a ledger myself. I sat there. I was sitting every Thursday for 2 hours. I'm sitting and do the ledger for my business.
Yeah,
at the
long
time.
time.
At the time, I didn't have QuickBook. I was not using QuickBook. I was doing everything manually. So I opened all my bank account. We had a bank account with Mantra Maker for our business, and we have some of the things that were going into our personal account. So I would open.
Don't do that.
Yes, do not. So I was opening the business account, and I was opening the personal account, and I would have looking whatever we did into the person. I started the personal first and look at everything that we did that was supposed to go into the business. I put it in there, and I put the name manually. Everything was manual. And then I go over there. It was taking me hours.
It took so long
to get it done until I found out about my accountant was like, hey, use my point to QuickBooks. And then when I do that, it was easy. All I have to do was just plug the number, move it in there, go to my profit and loss over there, plug the number in, and then do my ledger quick.
But even if you were doing it weekly, it should take you, what, an hour?
2 hours. But I was doing everything manually, though.
And you could do it monthly. It'll take It would take
longer.
Lot longer.
Yeah, but I was just not wanting to do so much like that. So I was breaking it down. So a couple
or you could hire a bookkeeper for literally so much gosh darn money. And if you have that and you want to save the time, fine. But also, if you have that, buy QuickBooks because it does it automatically.
I mean, QuickBooks it's easy, it's simple, right? And it will save you so much money when it comes to
Novo. We have Novo as our bank account now. They categorize everything for you.
I love that too. I love the fact that they do that way. This is something I just discovered about Novo. Guys, you need to learn how to search for cheaper options as a business owner.
Oh, that's something we didn't know.
There's cheaper option for almost everything.
Guys,
that
we
you know.
spent so much money on dumb things.
I'm not gonna bash those people because those people. We're gonna talk about payroll tax. Payroll, for instance, we started our business with 2 employees, and at some point we had 6 employees until the last time we had to close to move across the state. We were at 6 employees. However, I was using initially. What everybody knows, ADP. ADP is a good. It's not a bad platform. I mean, if you want to use, it's a great platform. You can use it, but it's not for small people.
It's not for small businesses.
It's not for small businesses.
It's for medium or large businesses.
Exactly. So I got started that was paying $55.
And if you're an ADP rep and you go for small businesses, you're yucky.
Oh my gosh! I was like, "What is this?" Then someone said, "Oh no, you can go to Paychex." Paychex again, it's not a bad company.
Paychex is a fine company.
It's a fine company. They're doing good. However,
we found a better option.
We found a better option. So one day, I was talking to my accountant, matter of fact, no accountant, CPA. I'm going to ask you, if you listen to this podcast today and you are in a venture starting your business, or you have a business and you have an accountant right now, ask him to be introduced to a CPA. CPA.
What's that stand for?
I don't know. A CPA.
Ask your friend, is he one?
A CPA. Those people got tools that you
Doesn't
don't
that just mean certified professional accountant?
That's what it is.
I'm probably
wrong. However, the guy was like, he gave me 2 platforms that I will share with you guys today. You guys can use it for yourself too.
We're giving a lot of companies a lot of free promo. If any of you guys are from the company, holla. We'll do some sponsored content.
So the number 1 platform that he gave to me was Gusto. 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 Gusto is a platform just like ADP, just like Paychex, but cheaper. Way, way cheaper.
Just say it's a payroll company.
It's a payroll company. It's
not just like it's just a great payroll company.
It's a great payroll company.
And I think we're pronouncing it wrong.
No, that's how it's pronounced.
Gusto?
Gusto.
We say gusto. I think it's gusto like quickly.
Anyhow, gusto is what it is.
Anyway.
Gusto. Gusto.
When you call us for a brand deal, you can tell us how to pronounce it.
That's the platform that have allowed us to save so much money. They did your payroll for me, file for me.
Guys, when you hire a new employee, they send the onboarding to the employee. You just put their email.
You just put the email,
and they send all the stuff over.
The onboarding with the W9, everything was set.
Checklist,
and, man,
and their mascot's a cute little pig.
Oh man, so that was
10 out of 10.
This was a. We save a ton of money just by moving from all those other platforms to go there.
Not only did we save money, it's just better.
It's better. It is better. It's simple. It's easy.
It's just a better platform.
Very simple.
User friendly. It has all of it. If I called them right now, they'd have everything.
They have someone to you. Let me tell you guys something. This is how good these people are. We closed the store when we're moving across the state. And we didn't have to run payroll. Those people, I called them and say, hey, they paused the store until the day that will reopen again. They pause it.
Yeah.
No bill, no nothing. They pause it for us. I don't know if it's because of the pandemic.
We're ready to go.
I don't know what it was. And then we'll say, hey, we're back. And then
also, we can't do that because we're in a new state and we have a new LLC.
Well, we'll have to
redo it. Anyway.
But it was Gusto is a platform that I would advise you. If you today you're a small business owner, you have some employee that you have to pay, or you want to pay yourself, Gusto is the place to go. The second thing.
Also, the thing that I like about Gusto is that when they take payroll out, they take taxes out, they keep it, and then they pay quarterly.
Yep.
Which a lot of companies don't do.
Don't do it. And then they say the quarter you don't even have money.
And then they're like, hey, we need $11,000. And you're like,
I use it.
Actually,
I got stuff coming up.
My account balance is 69 cents. And it's Christmas. Yeah.
It was beautiful. Give us peace of mind. The second platform that I didn't have a chance to use, but I think I'm gonna use this time. That will relaunch everything. Is Xero. Xero, Xero is just.
Is that a Xerox company?
No, Xero. Xero is a. I don't know if it's Xerox company, but it is exactly like QuickBook, but cheaper. Talk to your CPA. There's so many things out there that are cheaper for you that can make things easy for you.
Go look at blogs, listen to podcasts, listen to the recommended, click on the sponsored links. Those people are literally trying to save you money and give you better platforms.
But honestly,
and if you're not using Shopify and you have a product-based company, you're stupid.
I won't say you're stupid. There's so many platforms out there, right? But Shopify make things easy for you.
You're stupid.
Like it's so easy to run your business on Shopify.
Shopify is so good, guys. You can set up a business in 4 minutes. Well, I can. If you give me a business idea, I got a store's already up. Like I already have a domain. Like it's www. Look it up. It's already up. It's launched.
Yeah, Shopify.
Like I know how to. It's so easy.
Shopify is an easy place to.
And it's integrated with everything. There are millions of apps, guys. That's another thing we didn't know. There's something up. Like you're not creating a wheel. You're just like carving a circle because you know it already works. Don't try to do everything by yourself. It's been done. And just follow along. Follow along.
There's someone who have done it before you.
And they're smarter than you.
Yep. You know?
And don't try to think that they're not.
Or maybe they are smart as you are, right?
No, they're smart.
But they already build it. They already build what you're thinking about. It's already built. So
just the best. Okay, Wix is trash.
Our first website was so Wix. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Wix was the first platform that we used.
Wix. Okay.
We're gonna talk.
I'll take that back.
There's a story for a different.
Wix is great. Cough drop. It's starting to taste bad now, which means I'm healing. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I basically don't have COVID anymore. Look out, world! I'm coming out. Wix isn't bad, but they're not the best. Squarespace is great if you are a service-based company. If you have product, I need to do more research. Shopify is elite. Service, product, I don't care what you sell. Get a Shopify. Because if you have something to sell, they're going to do it better than anyone else. What else? ClickFunnels is pretty darn good. Like,
you can build a website on ClickFunnels. I didn't know that.
Yeah, ClickFunnels.
Oh, yeah, you build one.
I'll build one. ClickFunnels is good. I haven't played around with the 2.0 that much, but it is a little bit of a learning curve. But once you get the learning curve, you're good. There's a lot of different, because it's a funnel, there's a lot of different places that you need to go in order to get the funnel correctly done. Otherwise, you're kind of like sending people to nowhere land. It won't be successful. But if you build the funnel correctly, great. It's just kind of expensive. I'm not gonna lie, Russell. So if you want to hook a girl up, I'll build a funnel. Pinky promise. What other sites have I done?
I think that's about
I've never done a WordPress. I feel like that's just too much work.
WordPress, the only part of WordPress
is like blogs.
It is beautiful to have a WordPress, to build a WordPress, I was told, but however, the maintenance of it is so hard. And you have to have someone who is a website designer to always pay him to do things for you. As a small business owner, you don't want that.
Guys, listen to me right now. Listen. Do you have your own photos? Do you have your own copy? Do you have ChatGPT that can make your own copy? Yes. Do you have 2 brain cells to kind of rub together really hard? Do not hire a website designer if you make less than 6 figures. Okay, let's say that again. Let's say that again for the people who didn't hear us. If you do not make $100,000 a year, do not spend $7,000 on a website designer. Did you freaking hear me? You had to take those pictures yourself. You had to get the copy yourself. You had to get everything yourself. You already have it all. Put it in a freaking processor that is already made. You have to pay the whatever GoDaddy fee that they're going to make you pay anyway. Every month. Don't spend a bunch of grands on a website designer. I will punch you in the face. I'll punch you straight in the face. I'll punch you straight in the face. Learn how to freaking make a website. I'll go on YouTube right now and I'll make a tutorial. I'll punch you right square in the jaw. Don't hire a website designer for $7,000 that you could do for yourself. Or go on Upwork. Is it Upwork? Upsell? Foursquare?
You're so funny. Upwork.
Go on Upwork and pay some dude $50 to just put your site together.
Yep.
I'll kill you if you hire a website designer for $7,000. And you're a photographer? Are you dumb? Are you okay? What have you done?
Honestly, guys, we have made so many mistakes, and we hear
I think, oh, by the way, I feel like website designers have their place and they are very valuable.
I mean,
And
I don't
they're
think you
very
bashed them. You just
needed.
said, we talking to small business owners.
Don't do
We
it.
are talking to the
honey.
business owner who is a small.
There's a place for ADP. There's a
Right,
place
there's a place for
like
all those big people. There's a place for
retainer
them.
lawyer.
We are not.
You're not
We're
there, baby.
not bashing those
You're not
companies.
there.
All we are saying is, as a small business owner, you need to be able to understand
Please stop
your
spending
business,
money.
understand what you want to go.
We're coming from a place of love
and make sure
and understanding.
Yeah, and make sure that you
And also
you save
hurt
as
because
much.
we did this.
We did it. I mean,
we did it.
We are a living proof.
Learn from my mistakes, which were all of them.
Yes, we did it. We did it very.
If there's a millionaire coach on the internet who's super cool and super happy and super millionaire, don't hire that bitch for $3,000 a month. Please, please don't hire that bitch for $3,000. She's gonna recruit you into an MLM.
You're just so funny.
We
got burned. We didn't do our due diligence. We were so excited. We were enthusiastic. We wanted to do this right.
We wanted to do it right.
We did what we had to do, and we are learning from it.
We held many meetings with people who just wanted to sell us things.
It's okay.
For a ridiculous premium.
It's okay. It's okay.
And that's now we're here to tell you.
That's how you learn.
That if you hire a website designer for $7,000, you're gonna put you in the face.
Anyhow, just as a recap, guys.
I never did that. By the way,
we talked about a lot of things today, but more importantly, we talked to you guys about the things that we wish we knew.
We wish we knew.
When we started our
There's
business,
so much more.
Right. There's so much to unfold here. Yeah. Right. And we will have a chance to continue to share those things to you. But as a recap, find yourself an audience.
Find an audience.
Have an audience.
Before
Foster
you launch
your
this
audience.
Stuff.
Make sure that your audience is there for you.
Guys,
before you have a brick and mortar.
If anything, the thing that you need to focus on don't have a product. Get an audience.
That's the number one thing, because you need people to buy whatever you have.
And if you have a product, right? Foster that audience. And another thing people don't talk about. People talk about building. Sorry to trash your exit, but this is important. People talk about building. People talk about getting the client, and people talk about selling to the client. No one talks about what you need to do after that, which I guess we can talk about next week. Do you want to talk about fostering your clientele after?
We can talk about this time.
Okay, next week we're going to talk about fostering your clientele after you have closed that sale and you have your little pennies in your piggy bank. What are you going to do with that client now? Because that's a make or break for your business. And let me tell you what, you're going to break your business if you don't foster that part really good.
So, find yourself an audience, right? You got to find yourself an audience after you have an audience. Then make sure that you have money in place for marketing, or learn as much as possible when it comes to
You're still going to have to pay for it, so just get over it.
Okay.
You're going to pay for ads.
Because marketing,
it's pay to play.
Marketing
baby.
is what you need to have. Thirdly, learn as much as you can anything that you can do in your business. Accounting, basic accounting
yourself.
101. Do it yourself. Learn the little things.
Do it yourself.
Learn the little things.
The one thing I want to hear from you guys is that because there are so many people who are like, oh, I have no idea what that is. Oh, I have no idea how that is. I hire someone. I have no idea.
No, you have to know it.
First, you need to know it, and then you can outsource.
Yep.
Know it yourself first.
Yep.
Because that's how embezzlement happens, my friends.
In fourth category, in fourth place here, know that there's always a cheaper option. You just have to do your research.
What's cheaper than Shopify? $1 a month.
There's always a cheaper option. There's always something better. There's always something that you can learn from your CPA, from the person next door. Ask questions.
There's not always a cheaper option. There are better options
there's
out there.
There's better options
There
out
are cost-effective options out there. There are very good low-budget options out there.
True.
There is not always a cheaper option. Shopify has a $1 plan.
Anyhow, what she said, there's always a better option out there. And lastly,
except for that Shopify $1 a month plan, there's nothing better than that.
And lastly,
just kidding, the $39 a month.
What is it? What is the last point?
Plan is better than the $1.
What is the last point that we talked about today?
If you hire a website designer for $7,000, I want to punch you in the face. That is the last point. I'll punch you straight in the jaw.
Guys, it was a pleasure chatting with you guys today. We are so sick right now. I wish you guys can see us.
I want to go to bed.
Like, I got my glass of Theraflu here.
I already chugged mine, and I want to go to sleep.
It's beating me to the chest.
Good night.
But we pleased and happy to plug in with you and share with you guys our journey. It was a pleasure to chat with you again.
Send
tonight.
Cough drops.
You guys have a happy day. Stay focused. Stay purposeful. And remember,
don't hire a website designer.
You guys have a happy day.